I mean, I went on a 100-mile drive with it yesterday, and it's just a totally different gravy to the Cooper S's. With the Cooper S's, they do wheel spin a lot, but with the four-wheel drive system on these John Cooper Works, it's just power. As soon as you put your foot down, it's there, instant power. It's amazing. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome back to Salvage Rescues and a brand new project. So today we have got another Mini Cooper Clubman. This time we've got a John Cooper Works one though. Frontal damage again. The reason I really brought this was because I got most of the parts for the front end from previous projects, so I haven't got a lot to buy really. So yeah, it's a 2020. I got it really cheap. When I say really cheap, I paid just over 5,000 for this. Retails about 20 grand, I think, something like that. So it doesn't run. It's a non-runner. It's clean apart from obviously the frontal damage. Yeah, it's done about 30,000, I think, 30,000 miles. I've just got the battery on charge. It's totally dead. I've had it for a little while. I've had it for a few weeks, but I haven't done anything. But again, I need the trailer now, so I've got to get it running and so I can get it off the trailer. There's a few dents in the bonnet here which weren't in the pictures, so I assume that's where Copart put it on their forklifts, and that's dented the bonnet. I don't think there's any paint needed. I think we can probably take that to one of these dent people and they'll be able to get them out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll have a chat with them and see what they say. But like I say, it doesn't run, and I think, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's due to we've got a crack in the transmission sump there. I have got a new one indoors, so I'll be changing that. All transmission oil cooler radiator is removed as well, so the whole rad pack's gone, as you can see, but this has a transmission oil cooler as well. So I think once I change the sump, put the oil cooler on, fill the transmission up with oil again, I think that might be what's stopping it from running, but I'm not 100% sure. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to change this sump over, put the transmission oil cooler on, and then yeah, and then see if we can get it running once the battery's charged up. That's been on charge for a while, but yeah, but it's a Cat S, which again I struggle with this categorizing of vehicles. I mean, apart from obviously the rad pack and the crash bar, I can't see any damage on it whatsoever. There's definitely no chassis damage at all. Like I say, I've got the crash bar, I've got the lower crash bar from a previous project, so I can fit that and then see if it all lines up. I mean, that the lights are good, the wings good. Like I say, the bonnet I think was good. Yeah, there's just nothing what says this should be a Cat S. There's a Cat N all day long, in my opinion, but I'm not an insurance assessor, so yeah, I think they just send it off. It come to me like this, so it come to me already stripped down, so I think they send it off, strip it down, see whether it's financially viable for them to repair, and then they just seem to put a Cat S on everything which they strip down. But there's a few parts I will need, so you can see the airbox is gone, and yeah, I need the complete rad pack with charge cooler and everything, but I've got all that on order. But yeah, like I say, so today we're concentrating on trying to get it to run so I can get it off the trailer, and then that'll free up my trailer. I think it's going to need a suspension leg this side as well, because it's got a bit of a negative camber on that wheel, and when I put the straps on to bring it back, it was very close to that suspension leg. It's a bit hard to see. The tyre is very close to that suspension leg, so I think I'll need to get a new suspension leg for the front there. The other one's fine. The other one, you can see there's a bit of a gap there, so, but I think that'd be enough. I think we've got enough play to drive it off the trailer. But yeah, let's get this sump off, replace that, put the cooler on, and then yeah, fill her up with some transmission fuel and see if we can get her to start up and run just enough to get it off the trailer. Is all I'm after today. Anyway, I'll set you up on a tripod, and then we'll see how we get on. Okay, see you in a bit. Ta-da for now. So that's the new sump installed. As you can see, I did have new bolts to go in there, but it seems the bolts that they supplied weren't the right ones, so I used the old bolts. I did put some Loctite on them before I installed them. I just got to get the drain plug out now. I've got a new drain plug here, as you can see. I just got to get the drain plug out and change that over, and then yeah, and then we're going to install the transmission oil cooler. There is, I've done it in a star-shaped fashion, doing them up. There is a torque setting, but I think that's so minimal. It's about 8 Newton meters, I think, something like that. So I just done them up with my little ratchet. That should suffice for what we need. Right, okay, so I'm going to remove the drain plug, put the new drain plug in, and then yeah, and then install the transmission oil cooler. Right, okay, I'll see you in a little while. Ta-da for now. Right, so I'm just waiting for my diagnosis tool to start up. So as you see, I put in 7 litres of ATF7, which is a BMW recommended transmission fuel. Put the sun plug in, put the fill plug back in, torque that up. So yeah, now we'll go for see what codes we got if the battery's man enough. I'm hoping that's enough to get it off the trailer at least. We'll have to see. Like I say, it's really nice interior in here. We're waiting for that. Really nice interior, sort of it's a bit loud. It's got heads-up display as well. Look. But yeah. Let's see what this has to say once it finally boots up. Lots of codes, but then the battery's been flat, so I should imagine a lot of these will disappear once we right, we'll ignore the car access system, not interested in that. What's this one here? Communications fault line, electrical fault. See, a lot of these are just electrical. I'm trying to get so you can see. A lot of these are just electrical faults. I think rather than read them all, let's clear them. Go for a start up. If it fails to start, then we'll have a look at the codes after that and see what we got. Where are we? A lot of junk in there. What needs tidying out? I don't know what that like. Oh, it's a load of bolts. What they look like when they strip the front end down. Oh, that's handy. They didn't put some of the parts back in. Right. That's really handy, that is. Right, so all codes are now done. What's it coming back up? Right. Dynamic stability control, the ABS, yeah. Digital electrical motor. Car access system. That's probably because the front end's not there. And advanced crash safety module. So nothing what will start us attempting, or nothing will stop us attempting to start up. Battery is very low, so I'm going to get jump pack. Yeah. As you see, the battery's gone dead. Right, okay, let me put jump pack on it and then I'll come back to you. Right, jump pack's on. Let's see what we got. Fires up. Fires up. Run really rough. Really rough. Right, let's stop it. Right, let's run another health check. But at least it fires up, at least it starts. It was just the transmission oil, I think, which is stopping it from starting up. Digital motor, ABS again, advanced crash system, yeah. Obviously, we got none of the sensors. Car access system, not worried about that. What are these? Electric fan circuit, intelligent battery sensor. See, none of these are important. They're all down to the front end being missing. Hot film air yet, ain't got them, the mass sensor on. ABS or full powertrain. Invalid transmitter yet. Advanced crash system, so that's okay. Head unit high. Internal control unit fault, flash memory. So, I don't think there's any showstoppers there personally. I don't really know why it's running rough, probably because it's not been run for a while, but I think that's good enough for me to get it off the trailer. And yeah, and then I can free up my trailer. Right, I'll leave it there and I'll get back to you if we've got any issues removing it from the trailer. Right, okay, ta-da for now. Yes, we did have a problem, a big problem. As you can see, when I got out to the front of the car, it had chucked all that lovely brand new, very expensive transmission fluid all over the trailer and the floor. I've sort of come out to the conclusion, I don't know if I can get you, but it's a transmission oil pump which has got a big hole in the back of it. Can you see that there? And it's all coming out of there at a great rate when I got round the front, even though the car wasn't running. You can see how much is laying on the trailer there. You can see how much is on the floor, and I tidy most of it up. So I think I've lost the whole 7 litres of that. So the next job will be to get this pump off and yeah, have to get a new one of them. Total disaster. Right, so I removed the, I thought that was an oil pump. I'm not 100% sure what it is if I'm truthful, but you can see the bit what's broken off there. I don't know what's meant to be on the bottom of there. I don't know if it's a drain plug, but you can see it's broken off. Car, but we have the new thermostat. So as you can see, that was the old one with the broken part where all the oil came out of, and here's the new one. So it seems to be just a drain plug what had snapped off. So that was actually on back order from BMW, weren't available till May, so I got a second-hand one. Got new O-rings though, got new O-rings and new bolts. So we'll be installing the new thermostat onto the gearbox, and then we'll put the 2 pipes back on. And then because we now know the car is running, I've got the lower crash bar assembly from a previous project, so I'm gonna rebuild this. As you can see, it's quite damaged, this one, so I'm gonna use that one instead of this one. And then so I'm going to remove that, and then I've got the rad pack already built up. So the rad pack's got the charge cooler, the radiator, and oil or the transmission cooler on, and also the fan assembly on the back. I'm just waiting for the AC rad to come for the front of it. So I've pre-bolted all that together, and then we'll install that onto the lower crash bar once we've changed that over. And yeah, I've also got the other external radiator that's inside. I am missing the one, there's a bracket up here what holds the top, as you can see on this side. I haven't ordered that yet, so I'll get one of them on order. But what my intention is to put the lower crash bar on, put all the rad pack onto that, and then connect up the transmission oil cooler lines, fill the transmission up with fluid again, another 7 litres of that, very expensive stuff. And then I can pressure test the water radiator system, and then as long as that holds pressure, I can then put some coolant in, and then I will remove it from the trailer. So I just need to put some more air in this tyre to raise it up a little bit again, and then I can unbolt the lower crash bar. But that's the plan of attack for today. So hopefully by the end of this video we'll have the JCW running and moving and off the trailer, hopefully. So yeah, that's the plan. And then once we've got everything assembled, then we can look at getting the bumper and everything purchased. But the main thing for today is get it running and driving, and so we can remove it from the trailer again. Second attempt this is, first attempt failed. Obviously, if you see the first episode of this series, you'll see the first attempt failed, so we'll go for a second attempt today. But that's the plan, so hopefully, like I say, we'll have no more hiccups, but let's see how it goes, okay? So I'll change the thermostat over now. I've got the torque wrench ready, and then we'll cut back in once that's installed and the lower crash bar is assembled. Okay, ta-da for now. So that's us. We're now fitted the new gearbox thermostat, so that's done. Pipes are back installed. I've also removed I decided to remove the complete lower crash bar. It's over here, it's this one. Just that's a lot more bent than the replacement one. So I thought, right, let's just take it all off. I've still got these lugs, radiator support lugs to remove. So I'm now going to fit the replacement lower crash bar, and then we can look to install the rad pack then. But I thought I'd just give you an update of where we are. But I'll get the lower crash bar on and then come back to you then. Okay, ta-ta for now. Right, so that's the new lower crash bar installed. As you can see, it lines up absolutely perfectly with the two upper crash bar supports, which just re-emphasises my point that there's no structural damage on this car whatsoever. As you can see, everything lined up perfectly. I didn't strip it down. I just put it in as a whole, and yeah, it all lined up perfectly. So the next job is we're going to remove these. I don't really know what they're called, but they're where the charge cooler sits through. I've got new ones of them as well. So remove these support rubber bung, so I don't really know what they're called, but we're going to remove both of them, install the new ones, and then we can put the whole rad pack in, connect up the transmission fuel or transmission oil, sorry, lines, and then we can fill the gearbox up again with the ATF 7. They're very expensive, sorry to harp on about it, but it's very expensive oil. It's £34 a litre plus that, I think. So it comes to just over £200 for 7 litres of it. Nice. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to install rad pack. Yep. I think I'll set you up on the time lapse for that, and then we'll install the rad pack and make sure everything's tight, and then we'll put some fuel in, some oil in it. Keep saying fuel, sorry, oil in it. Okay, ta-da for now. So as you can see, that's a rad pack now installed. I haven't done none of the radiator connections yet, because I want to fill the transmission up with oil again and then check that runs okay. I have connected up the charge cooler pipes and put the clips on, because even if I have to take the rad and the transmission oil cooler off, I can remove them from the charge cooler. They're a bit awkward to get to be fair. I think I should have probably put the charge cooler on first and then put the other two radiators on afterwards, but it's done. All the clips are on, as you can see. Bolted up the oil cooler pipe back to the rad pack, and everything's ready to go. So we're going to fill the transmission up again with oil for the second time. Excuse me. And then we can fire up. Battery said it's fully charged this morning, so hopefully we can start up and finally get it off the trailer. So I'll fill up the transmission oil and then I'll come back and see you then. Ta-da for now. Right, so we connected the battery up again and we got Ruben out here. Say hi, Ruben. Ruben's going to check for leaks this time, rather than me fire it up and lose all the oil again. So we're going to try a start up, see how she goes. So you might as well do it live with us. I've got my scan. I'll just do a scan before we start it up, and hopefully that should be enough to move it. I've had the battery disconnected for a few days, so it might be a lot of codes due to power outage. Right, so let's see what we got today. Lots of codes again. Like I say, a lot of these might be due to power. Car access system, we're just going to ignore that. Digital ECM, electric fan, yeah, the fan's not connected. Net temperature sensor, mass airflow, yeah, right. ABS, electronic power steering, crash safety system, parking assist. So none of them should stop us. So let's get the codes cleared. Ruben's obviously wondering what the hell's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I said just watch it.
There's also 2 watts on the light where I'm meant to be looking.
Oh, is it? The light?
Well, like the light above where I was crouching down.
Ah, right, okay. Are you cold?
Huh?
You cold? You got your hood up?
No, the hood up because there was wasps.
Ah, right, okay. We got some wasps apparently. Right, here we go. Oh, he's screaming because there's wasps again. Let's clear all them. Right, and then we're gonna fire up and see what comes back. Right, car access system, digital motor, total discharge, yeah, temperature sensor, Battery sensor, electric fan. Yep, right. You ready, Roo? Yeah. Here we go then. Now she's fired up. She's running a lot better today. Ruben's out the front checking for leaks. Anything? Not from what he can see. Yeah, all looks good. All looks good. So we'll see if we can select the gear, because this is why I've had to do this, because it's very hard to get these cars into neutral. See if I can select the gear. Yes. Drive. Reverse. Yes. Right, okay. So we can now get her off the trailer, I believe. Okay, so the next thing you'll see is us manoeuvring it off the trailer and into the hard standing area of the back garden, so we can continue to work on it. Still okay? Looking good, he says. He says looking good. Anything from the radiator at the front? Anything coming out the radiator at the front? No? Perfect. All right. Ta-da for now. That young man there forgot to film it, so I do apologise, but we managed to get it off the trailer and get it onto the hard standing in the back garden. We also got it onto the ramps as well. Yeah, it just makes it easier to jack it up. So the plan is to jack it up now, take both wheels off, have a look at this front suspension, because that's a lot lower than the other suspension. See what the issue is there, fill up or connect all the radiators and fan, etc. And yeah, fill up the cooling system, or pressure test the cooling system, and then fill it up. I haven't got the bracket for the other external radiator yet, but there's no reason I can't just connect it up and hang it there. I've got the bottom bracket obviously, but I haven't got the top bracket. So yeah, so that's the plan. We'll jack her up in the air and then get her on some axle stands, then get both wheels off and have a look at the suspension, both front wheels, and have a look at the suspension. But she drove all right, no issues. Lots of warning lights on the dash about PDC and tyre pressure and things like that. But yeah, at least she's moving now, and yeah, we can commence the proper rebuild. All good news. All right, ta-ta for now. Right, so that's us. We're now installed the two new coolant lines. We connected up to the external radiator on the driver's side. We installed the new external radiator on the passenger side, connected that up. We also connected the two coolant lines to the back of the radiator, and we've pressurized the system. So we're sitting at 14 psi, just over 14 psi. So we're going to leave that for an hour. If it holds the pressure, then we're going to fill the car up with coolant, and then we can continue with rebuilding the front. So we got a bonnet catch to go in there, and then obviously the slam panel to go on as well. We got a new one of them, and then yeah, and then hopefully we can then look at taking the wheels off and having a little front suspension. But it's going quite well today. Sun's out, so it must be a good day. Okay, so I'll come back to you in about an hour once we've had a bit of lunch, and then see if the pressure's holding. Okay, ta-da for now.
1 hour later.
Right then, so we've had some lunch. We waited an hour. As you can see, we're still holding at 14 psi. So what we're now going to do is fill the system up with coolant. So or antifreeze as well. Ruben's now going to release the pressure, and then we'll then we'll take the cap off and then fill it up with coolant and then run it to get all the air out. So yeah, so that's quite a bit of luck. I've also connected the fan now and the temperature sensor. So if you just take that off through and take the pump away, lovely, lovely. Get the funnel for me, Roo, please. That's it. And then, why you still got the pump in your hand, buddy?
Because I'm rude.
Right. Go on then, fill her up, Roo. Or put some in. You won't be able to fill it up yet, but. So you hold the bottle to the side, Roo. Hold the bottle to the side, mate. Turn it to the side, that's it. And
That's
then
what I was doing.
go on. Oh, he's missed. Can you believe he missed?
That's what you get for having a rude.
Right, I think we can put all of that in, Roo. I don't know how much water the system holds, but we can,
It's just quite heavy.
yeah, we can dilute it with some water. Right, stop, Roo, stop, you're going to overfill it. I can see the bottle. Stop, Roo, you're carrying on. I can see the bottle's going to overfill, okay? Leave that in, Roo, please. Thank you. So now we'll start up, Roo, and some... you should see that bottle go down, Ruben. Let me know, yeah? Where you just been pouring the water. Can you see it going down? Don't put the lid on that, you'll need it. No, it's not, it's just trying to get the air out of the system, Roo. Right, we'll leave it there and then we'll fill the system up. Yeah, so what we had to do, we removed the top hose from the radiator again, and then we put the coolant in, pumped some through with a pump we use to pressure test the system, and then yeah, and then it's all flowing down the overflow pipe now. So we're just keeping it running to make sure we got all the air out, and then. Yeah, apart from that we're all good and we can start rebuilding front of it now. I'm just going to plug the reader back in and see whether the fan and the temperature sensor codes have gone off, because we've plugged them in again now, so make sure that's all working correctly. And then yeah, what are we going to do now, Roo? I can't remember. Are we going to take the wheels off first or rebuild the front first? Don't know, but we'll come back to you when we've decided, okay? Ta-da for now. Right, so what we've done is we've stripped both wheels off, and then we've jacked the car up and put it on axle stands. And what we noticed was this hub here, which is the driver's side, the hub is right at the bottom of the strut. But on the passenger side, it's a bit hard to see, on the passenger side, you can see where it was. It was up to that line there. So we managed to move it down to the bottom of the strut again and get the correct measurement from the spring holder, but we think it might be a little bit bent. So what we're just going to do now, there's definitely a ridge there, so we're probably going to need a new strut. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to put the wheels back on and then see if it sits level now. And that was our problem, because everything else, I can't see any bent arms or anything. So I think it's just the impact must have forced this up the strut, and it's definitely got a ridge there, only on the front side. So I think the strut is bent. Hang on, let me show you. I think the strut is bent this way, which makes the wheel have a camber that way, I think. But if it is, at least we've got the solution to what the problem is. So like I say, we're now going to put the wheels back on, and then hopefully that sits straight again, or sit level, not straight. So yeah, okay, So I'll catch up with you once we got the wheels on, and then we can have a look to see whether it's leveled itself out. Everything else we done, we got as far as we could get with the, or far as we could go with the front here. If I just show you, Ruben, the bonnet like sensor has broke off. I got a spare one in the container, but that has also broke off, so I don't know whether you can just buy this sensor. So we can't rebuild, was I actually showing you that sensor there? So we can't actually rebuild the front here until we get this new sensor, which I'll get on order next week. We put this bonnet catch in, which is the spare one we had, put the cable on, so we just need to get a new switch for that, and then we can put the slam panel on and yeah, finish the front end that way. I have got the crash bar, the upper crash bar, but I didn't really want to put it on until I've got the aircon condenser in. I didn't really want to install that, so yeah. So let's get the wheels back on, and then we'll cut back in and show you how she sits once the wheels are back in, okay? Ta-da for now. So we've put both tyres back on. I know the near side one's got a puncture and it's not really inflated properly, but that hasn't made any difference. They're still very much, it's hard to see on camera, very much sloping to the near side. But if you look at the back here, the back's the same. You see you got probably 2 finger gap there between the wheel arch and the tyre. Here you can literally get your hand in, so there's something not leveling, and I don't know what it is. So we're going to jack up again, put it back on the axle stands, and we'll have to have a good route around to try and find what the problem is. I'm really surprised. I really thought that was going to solve the issue, but that has, it's hard to see, that has given us a gap there now, which obviously we didn't have before, because that's right at the top of the strut, between the tyre and the strut. So something must be bent and not leveling the car up. I'll have to do a bit of Googling and try and find out what's going on, but yeah, okay. So yeah, we'll get it back up and then we'll have another look, and then I'll cut back in once we've got it back on the stands again. Okay, ta-da for now. Right, so after further investigations, we have got a level sensor there, as you can see. I don't know whether the bracket that's sitting on might be bent. I'll have to do some research and see what that looks like new, but this side hasn't got one. So all I can assume is there's a level sensor on the near side rear wheel. But I ain't 100% sure, so I'm going to have to do a load of Google research to find out. But I've Googled the part number, and that's definitely a level sensor. So yeah. So we'll just have to do a bit of research. So worst case, there is quite a bit of profit in this car, so if I have to send it somewhere like BMW or somewhere like that, I'll do it. We've had a new tyre installed, or we had the wheel powder coating and had a new tyre installed on the front. Unfortunately the wheel is bent and they can't straighten it, so I've had to order a new wheel. So I got a new wheel for that inside, that need powder coating as well, so I got to take that one off again, take it back to the powder coater, and then he'll powder coat that. As you can see, the other front one had like a rim guard stuck to it. As I removed that, as the only wheel that had a rim guard installed on it. So as I took that off, you can see it pulled the coating off, so I need to have that one powder coated as well. So I had some fun this week of installed the bracket at the top of the external rad, so that's now done. I've got the rock guard to install on the front, and the bracket's all now fully completed. I've had the paint guy or the dent guy come and have a look at the dents on the front of this bonnet. He's saying he can't get them out and needs to go to the body shop, so that's what we're going to do with that. It's going to the body shop next week to have the bumper painted and repairs done to this bonnet. I think personally they'll pull out with a dent machine, but he said they won't. There's no twist on the frame anywhere. So yeah, I've half removed. If anyone's ever brought a car from Copart with that fend wrap on, they'll know what a nightmare it is to get off. I've half removed that. I've got a chemical inside which takes it off. Not the easiest, but it takes it off. So I'll show you that later on in the video. And then generally, yeah, that's I haven't got the condenser yet. The condenser hasn't come. It might come today, but I doubt it. So I need to do what I can today to finish off as much as I can, and prior to that going to the body shop. You've seen the last video that runs and drives, so I can get it on the trailer and then drive it into the body shop. But yeah, so I'm good today. We're gonna complete this front section here with a slam panel, etc., and yeah, put as much as we can on the car prior to it going to the body shop. Like I say, that condenser is causing me a bit of grief, otherwise I could have carried on fitting everything on the front end. But I've got a plethora of parts inside. It's crazy the amount of parts I've had to buy for this. I couldn't find any second hand. Well, I could find them second hand on eBay, etc., but they were more expensive than getting them brand new from Mini BMW, so I've gone down that route instead. I've done a bit of Google research on the level sensor, and that's only for the headlights. That tells the headlights where to point, so it's got nothing to do with the reason the car's slightly down on the near side. So I have ordered a front strut, but that's had to come from Germany. That's the only one I could find what had the correct part number on, so I'm waiting for that. So but that won't stop us getting it to the body shop, so I'm waiting for that to come. And yeah, so let's what I'll do is I'll take you inside to the snug, and I'll show you the amount of parts that I've had to buy. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, I'll take you in there and then I'll show you the plethora of parts I've got, and then we'll commence rebuilding the front of the car. Yeah, glorious day today. It obviously rained a little bit last night, but the sun's out today, so yeah, we'll continue and see how far we get today. But like I say, I'll whip you inside now and show you the amount of parts I've had to purchase for it. Okay, ta-da for now. So yeah, this is my little part collection for the rebuilding the front of the car. It's crazy. Because the insurance assessors have stripped it down, it's not the easiest thing to do to go through all the part numbers and get exactly what you need. But between myself and the mini garage, my local mini garage, we seem to have got there in the end. I've still a couple of parts missing. There's the upper grille. We didn't seem to notice we needed to order, and I can't remember what else, but there's a few things we're missing anyway, 3 or 4 which we're now ordered and will be here next week. But that box there is a new wheel, air duct guide, air box, crash bar, slam panel, horns. There's that rock guard I was talking about for the external radiator. There's, like I say, just a plethora. There's so many air duct guides, and that's the front air duct guide going in front of the rad pack. They're the wheel arch trims, inner arch liners, absorber, this in here. The big box there is the front bumper, the painted part of the front bumper. That's the aero kit there. Got the wiring loom for the parking sensors in there. It's just ludicrous. Like you say, everywhere you look, you got plastic. But yeah, so we're 98% of the parts are here. We're just, I think there's 4 we've had to order once I got it all home and sort of temporary put the bumper together. I noticed the ones we're missing, so we got them. V-brace there for the front. Like I say, some of this I won't be able to install if I don't get the condenser. Some, you know, I will be able to install prior to the condenser coming. So let's see how far we get, and then yeah, let's get the car off to the body shop, and then hopefully in the next episode we should be able to show the car's complete. Okay, ta-da for now. Right, so I'll give you a quick update. So we're put the slam panel on. Made sure the bonnet shuts and opens fine. We've put the front crash bar, upper crash bar on, although I believe I've got to take it off again when the condenser comes, because you've got an air duct what sits in front of all that as well. So I think I've got to take it off again. But as you see in the time lapse, you see how easy that went together. So just reiterating that this is a Cat S somehow, and yet everything lines up perfectly. I'll put the horns on. I'll put the brake air duct in and external radiator air ducts both sides. Put the stone guard on the radiator. I'm struggling to think what these wires are for. I've got the PDC loom, so I assume that goes into there. Not sure what those wires are. It makes me wonder whether we got fog lights in the front bumper, but if we have, I haven't got them. What was next job I was gonna do? I was gonna fit this inner arch liner as well, get that fitted. Might as well do that, because that wheel's fine, that ain't gonna come off. This wheel, like I say, needs to come off and have the strut changed. And then, I don't know what else we could do. I could fit the airbox, I suppose. See if we can release another code off the engine, because we've got code for the mass sensor. Might do that as well. And then, yeah, not sure. See, I think the air duct bolts in there. Sorry, there, down there, there, and here. So I think minimum this strut's got to come off, but also we'll probably have to take the upper crash bar off again once the condenser comes, so that we can fit the air duct. But it's all, like I say, nothing's moved. It's all just bolted together straight away. So yeah, right, I think what I'm going to do then is get it back off the ramps, and then yeah, fit the inner arch liner. Yeah, okay then, ta-da for now. Right, I thought I'd cut back in here because before I got it off the ramps, I put the air box on and yeah, started the car up. Just run a diagnostics check, and every single code has gone apart from the aerial on the driver's side, so I need to have a look at that. Well, I think that's the aerial along the side skirt. We've still got two here, which is tyre pressure low. I think you have to drive it for a certain amount of time before it read the tyre pressures, and obviously the park and distance control sensors are not connected. So all in all, we got clean bill of health nearly. So yeah, so I was going to put the inner wheel arch on, or the wheel arch liner, but I'm not going to now. I thought I wouldn't do that. Ah, there's the problem. The wire's broken for the aerial, so I need to reconnect that. Yeah, but I thought something else for the body shop to worry about. So I'm going to leave that off, I think. So yeah, I did have notifications to say the condenser's coming today, and then I had notifications to say it's not anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the rest of this glue from the bonnet, get this horrible glue off, and then I'm going to give the car a good clean, because if it's going to the body shop next week, I might as well see if there's any other little nicks or marks I need them to remove. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So we are going to get off the ramps, and then we're going to remove the glue from the bonnet and give it a good clean. Okay, ta-da for now. Right, so that's all the fend wrap gone from what I can see. I did wash the chemical off. This is what I use, if anyone knows of anything better, but I use this G-Technic tar and glue remover. I have tried various other products, but none seem to shift it as much as that one does, and we all know how much it takes to come off. So what I'm now going to do is set the jet wash up, give it a snow foam. It's a lovely colour, by the way. You can still see the remnants of the glue, but once it's clean, you just keep going over it and wiping it off, and then what little is left does come off. But yeah, looks like I'm open to suggestions if anyone knows of a better way of removing it, because it's a pig to get off. But yeah, I'll give it a jet wash, snow foam, and then give it a hand wash, and let's see if we can see any other things we need the body shop to do. But okay, I'll set you up on time lapse again, and then we'll go from there. Ta-da for now. So that's it washed. I'm no valeter, so please don't have a go at me if I've done something wrong. The bonnet has a few marks on it still from the glue. I don't know if you can see. There's a few marks, so I'll carry on to remove them. It's a lovely colour. I don't know whether you can see, but it's like a metallic blue. It's absolutely lovely. I can't see no other even like small dents, car park dents or anything over the whole body. So I think we're all right. So I think all we need to get the body shop to do is just the front bumper and the bonnet. So that's good news. I'll ask them to give it a check over, but as you can see, it's pretty straight all round. It's not even a small scratch or anything that I can see. Do need a good polish. There's bits like this where it needs a good buff and polish, but all in all, there's a mark on that bumper there. No, all in all, it's a really straight car. So I've got the mirror caps, so I'll have to get the body shop to paint them as well. I think I was going to go for body colour, but I think I'll go for the same colour as the roof, so just gloss black the mirror caps. I have got this, that's in the car. So yeah, I'm not so sure. I'll go through the parts I've got in the house and see if there's anything else I'm going to install before it goes to the paint shop. But I think that's about it. It's a pity the condenser didn't come, because then we could have totally finished the front end, all bar the bumper. Okay, I'll go through the parts and then yeah, see if there's anything else. I might even attempt to clean the inside this weekend before it goes to the body shop. Might as well get it as clean as I can before it goes. I did find £1 and 3 postage stamps, so we're already in a bit of profit. Oh, and a check. Right, okay, so I'm gonna let the hard standing area dry, have some lunch, and see if there's anything else I can do. But apart, she's a gorgeous looking car. Okay, ta-da for now. So I did give it a bit of a hoover and wipe down. It's made the insides look a hell of a lot better. It was only a quick going over, but interior looks really nice with no marks. So yeah, it's all in all a very straight car, and it'll be nice when it's done. But yeah, as you can see, it's cleaned up reasonably well inside for 10-15 minute tidy up. But yeah, and also we've got a private lane here where I live, look, and so I took for a blast round the private lane, and that seems to have sort of sorted itself out on the level side of things. I have still got that front strut to change, like I said earlier. That should be here Monday or Tuesday from Germany. But yeah, where before you could get your hand in here, you can sort of now get sort of 2 fingers, just over 2 fingers in there. And it's exactly the same on the other side, that just over 2 fingers. So it seemed to have sorted itself out. I didn't really know what it was. What I did do is, while I was driving around the lane, play with the variable dampers a little bit. So had them in sport, had them in green, had them in mid. So maybe, yeah, maybe that was just what was required. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm now going to load it up onto the trailer and then ready to drop at the paint shop tomorrow. But apart from that, that's all I can do today, really. So yeah, so you can see we've had her back from the paint shop now. So they've removed all the dents in the bonnet, so they had to respray the whole bonnet, unfortunately, but that's got rid of all the dents. We've also got the bumper in the boot here, so we got to rebuild the bumper. We've got to paint a part of the bumper back from the paint shop. I'm so glad I cleaned it. As you can see, it's really filthy again now, But yeah, so what we got to do is we got to jack up. First thing we do is jack her up and remove that bent strut under there and replace that with the replacement strut, and then we'll take off the upper crash bar again, fit the remaining air ducts, rebuild the, well, not rebuild, but build the bumper up with all the other parts I have. And then yeah, hopefully by the end of this video we will be complete and ready to go for its first MOT. Oh, we have got that wheels bent, isn't it? So we have got to still change that wheel over for the one I have to remove the bent wheel. I am going to send all 4 for powder coating. I didn't say this before, but the other ones have got marks on as well. So once we get her so she can drive on the road, I'll send the whole car to powder coating to get the wheels done. But yeah, I think I have every single thing I need. But you know what it's like, you're always going to be 1 or 2 bits missing, but I believe I have everything we need. So yeah, by the end of this video you should see the car complete, hopefully. So you say that and then obviously we fail at some stage, but we'll see how she goes anyway. Paint shop has done a wonderful job. You can't notice any marks on that front of the bumper bonnet anymore, and it's, I don't want to brush it with my hand because it's got some sort of grit on it, but still see that gorgeous metallic blue what's in it as well. So yes, so like I say, I'll get her jacked up and then we'll look to remove the wheel and the hub and change that strut over. And yeah, so that'll be the next time lapse you see of me removing the strut and installing a new one. But yeah, anyway, I'll catch you in a little bit, and ta-da for now. One thing I suppose I should mention, before I sent it to the paint shop, on the morning before I sent it to the paint shop, I did receive the aircon condenser. So I installed that prior to it going to the paint shop, just so the hose is what fitted to it. I thought, well, they'd be better off installed to the condenser to avoid any dust or debris going into the air conditioning lines. So yeah, so that is installed. So like I say, I need to take off this brace and upper crash bar to install the air duct now. But yeah, like I say, I'll see you in a bit. I just thought it was worth mentioning that. I'll see you in a little while. Ta-da for now. So we have the car jacked up now and on an axle stand as well. Just left the jack in as double security. So I've removed the anti-roll bar linkage. I've also removed the bolt. Sorry, I also removed the bolt from the back of the hub. I've got this little tool here. Never used it before, so let's see how that goes. A hub splitter, so you put it in the back there, that opens that up, and then hopefully the hub should then come free from the suspension leg. Got the new suspension leg there, or the replacement suspension leg there, and I think there's 2, 4, 6 bolts on the top there which I need to undo, and hopefully the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, 6 bolts. So hopefully the leg will come free. Haven't done this before, so I'm hoping that there's enough play to lower the hub down without having to strip anything else off. But we'll give it a go, and then I'll cut back in and show you how we got on. Okay, ta-da for now. So that's the hub removed from the suspension leg. As you can see, the little spreader goes in there, and then I just push the hub down to remove it from this old leg. So I've just got to release the bolts on the top now, and legs should come out, and then replace it with the other one. Okay, so I'll get these undone and then cut back in after that. Ta-da for now. So very simple to do. Like I say, the 6 bolts on the top. That's the suspension leg gone. As you can see, let me turn it that way for you. It is bent. You might not be able to see it on camera, but it's got a kink at the bottom here. Definitely dented and kinked, so I'm glad we got a new one. So yeah, just a reverse order to put it back in. So the 6 bolts at the top. And then, yeah, put the hub back on. And yeah, quite a simple job really. So I'll get this back on and then show you the final product. Ta-da for now. So that's it all reassembled. Anti-roll drop link back in, bolts back in. Yeah, really straightforward and easy job to do really. I'll put the arch liner on now before we put the wheel back on, and then yeah, and then I'll start on the front. Start building up the front ready for the bumper to go on. But yeah, really simple job to do. Probably 30 minutes in total, I think. But yeah, everything's back on and secure. There's a little tab on the back of the suspension leg which slots into that slot of the back there, so that does the lining up. But yeah, good. All right then. So yeah, I'll install the arch liner and then yeah, cut back in then. Ta-da for now. So that's the front air duct fitted. All went on quite simple. I'm a bit confused about this bit. I don't know whether it went underneath or on top, but I've worked out that must lay on top. I think these adjusters might sit in here. I just need to go inside and have a look at some pictures of some other ones to see exactly how that fits. I put the wheel arch liner on, as you can see, so that's all installed now, ready for the arch trims to go on. So I just got to put the wheel arch liner on this side as well, so I'll get that wheel off in a bit. I'll do that at the same time I do the side skirt, so I'll fit the wheel arch liner and the side skirt at the same time. And yeah, and then we're sort of near enough ready for the bumper, I think. Just got a few bits to put back on the bonnet, like the washer jets and the air duct thing, or the fake air duct. But yeah, it's quite coming together quite nicely now. So yeah, I'm just going to go inside, have a look at some pictures, make sure this do sit on top. I'm wondering what sits in here, I must admit, and see exactly where these bumper bonnet adjusters go, because I think they might, like I said earlier, I think they might sit in there. And then yeah, then we're ready for the bumper then. Okay, so I'll catch up with you in a bit. Ta-ta for now. Right, so we've installed a new air filter. The air filter we had was or the air filter, what come with the airbox, was a bit manky, so no history of that. So we installed a new airbox, installed the air duct, and also we have replaced the dummy air vent, installed the washer jets, chrome trim, and put the headlight bezels back on. So we're on the final stages now. So yeah, just gonna install the bumper next, and then the wheel arch liner and side skirt, and I think we'll be nearly complete then. Oh, we've just got the arch trims to go on as well, haven't we? But yeah, I did hoover the airbox out before I put the new air filter in, because obviously it's been to the paint shop and there was a lot of dust about. And once she's done, we'll take her for a nice valet. I have got the mirror caps, they're inside as well, so I'll put them on. And then I think I'll give it another clean to get rid of some of the body shop dirt what's on it. Okay, so next thing's the bumper. Ta-da for now. Right, so we had a slight change of plan, because I remembered if I put the car on the bigger ramps, once the bumper's on, you can't use the higher ramps. So what I've done is I've put the wheel arch liner on the driver's side, and I'm now going to fit the under tray. The reason for all this is because those cross braces what are under there, I don't know whether you can see them, but you can't fit the under tray if they're in place, so you have to undo them. So yeah, so I thought, right, let's get it on the high ramps, and then we can fit the under tray before we fit the bumper. I don't know whether I talked about it, but I did have a look on some pictures online, and there's nothing what went in there. It's just a screw what held the guide down, and these bonnet adjusters do fit in the top of there, because the other holes are covered up, or that hole's covered up by the air vent, and that one's obviously just stays free. So yeah, so moved the adjusters onto there, adjusted it so the bonnet shuts and opens correctly, and we're now gonna fit the under tray. So yeah, okay, I'll see you in a bit. Ta-da for now. So that's the under tray fitted. As you can see, those two cross braces are back in place. They're just held in place with 10mm bolts, so 13mm sockets. So these clips will hold the under tray there. There's two of them underneath that cross brace, each side of the cross brace, so you have to move that cross brace out of the way. Oh, hello Betty. But the under tray is just held in position with these, I don't know what you call them, but they're like a 8mm socket trim bolts. So yeah, just held in place with that. So yeah, so now we're ready to install the bumper. I put it on the smaller ramps just to give me a bit of clearance under the front, because it's very low. So just to give me clearance under the front so I can get the bottom of the bumper attached. I've got the PDC sensors to plug in there. That's the outside temperature sensor that goes in the bumper, and also the side PDC connections before we put the bumper on. But yeah, so that's what we're now going to do. Let's get the front bumper on. Exciting stuff. Ta-da for now. Right, so that's bumper made up. As you can see, that's all together now. Just got the seals to go on the top here. What seal the bonnet to the bumper, but I feel like there's something missing here. Just because there's clips here and that's wobbly, so I think there might be another grill what go in there. I'll have to look at the drawings and see if there's another grill, and also the parking sensor cable. There isn't any holes for it to plug into. As you can see, there's plenty of clips, but there's no physical holes. I take it that lays down here, just following the sort of lay of the cable. And this one hasn't got a hole neither. Sorry, I weren't lined up then. So I feel like there's a grill missing here. I can't imagine that being that flexible. Plus there's a tab. So I'll have to have a look at the drawings to see if there's another grill what goes in there. But hopefully we can get that before we install the bumper. But everything else, you can see I put, you can see in the time lapse, I put these inner air ducts on first, and then realised that you had to put the outer trim bits on first. So I had to take them off again anyway. So it's a bit of a faff, but we got there in the end. It's all together now. I just need to look at that grill bit here. Must be a grill missing, mustn't there, you know? But hopefully I can find it on a drawing and get it ordered. But everything else is together fine. Yeah, looks really nice. I do like the black against the blue. I think that's very nice. They didn't supply the rivets to go into the aero kit for the top of here, so I had to get some of my own out of the lockup. But yeah, apart from that, it looks good and everything's done. But I just can't imagine that there being that hole left in there, can you? So yeah, I think I'm missing a grill. I'll have a look at some drawings of other ones on Auto Trader and that, and see if I can spot whether there's something missing. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I need to get that urgently because I don't want that to hold us up putting the bumper onto the car. I don't really want to have to take it off again once it's on there. But anyway, yeah, so that's all together now. And I'll catch up with you in a bit. Ta-da for now. So I've installed the impact absorber, and also, if you remember from a previous clip, we were missing this grill here, so I managed to source that. All the parking sensor wiring looms all connected now. Yeah, so that's all connected now and all clipped in properly. So yeah, we're ready to install it. Okay, so I'll set you up on the tripod and we'll install the bumper. Can't fault that. First time fitlet, so gaps are really good. Just got to put the arts trims on next. Just need to do that bolt up, but yeah, really happy with that. I didn't shut it hard because I still got the rubbers to go on top. There's two or three rubbers to go on the top there. One along there, and then one underside each light. But yeah, looking really good. It's a bit of a It was a bit of a struggle to, sorry, I forgot what I was saying, a bit of a struggle to get this end in because these grills seem to have been catching on it, so it wouldn't let it back, you know, the air duct in front of the radiator and all that, but they seem loose now, so yeah, it was a bit hard to get this bottom back, but yeah, let's so there was these 4 T30s along the top, a couple of T30s in the side, then those 8mm trim bolts along the bottom here, which holds it to the under tray. They're all in now. So yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's looking good. Just need to do a little bit of fine fettling, as they would say, and then we can start on the arch trims. Okay, so I won't bore you with the fine fettling, and then I'll come back once we're got the arch trims on and all that. Okay, ta-da for now. So that's us done now. I have gave it a quick wash. As you can see, bumper's fully on. I'll put the wheel arch trims on, side skirt's done. The only thing I got outstanding is the mini badge. They supplied me with a silver one when it's meant to be black, so I just need to exchange that for a black one. Other wheel arch liners on, and yeah, I gave it a quick wash. Looks absolutely stunning. Really, really happy with this one. I did take it for a 100-mile drive yesterday and drove amazing. A little bit of vibration from the buckled wheel, but nothing major. So I just got to have all 4 wheels powder coated, and yeah, then she'll be completely done. But yeah, really, truly amazing. Yeah, so what we'll do now is we'll now do the costs and show you how much I've spent and what I think she should be valued at. But yeah, absolutely stunning. I'm sure you'll all agree. Right, ta-da for now. Right, as always, total transparency on this channel, so we'll just go through the costs of what the John Cooper Works Mini has cost us so far, and then see how much we're spent in total, and then I'll give you a rough estimate on how much we're going to put her up for sale. So I brought the car from Copart for £5,700, which I think was really cheap for what she was. I think they wanted about 7,000, something like that, reserved, but I stuck to my guns and got it for £5,700. The Copart fees come to £844. These are all rounded up or rounded down as always. And then she was close to me, so I allowed £50 for Phil to go collect her. The oil pan, the oil for the transmission, and all the parts for the first episode to try and get her running, that all come to £502. And then I brought an airbox from eBay, so a second-hand airbox from eBay, that was £70. And then all the other mini parts, I went back quite a few times, but I just put them all together in one big cost. So that's for the additional oil, for all the bumper parts, for the various parts I needed, you know, to repair the front. So the wheel arch trim liners, the inner arch liners, all that sort of thing, all come to £2,958. 958. And then I brought the upper crash bar. That's cheaper to buy it from eBay than it was from Mini, so that's 125. A radiator, the main radiator was 101. The cooling fan was £200, so I think Mini wanted like £370, something like that. So I got a second-hand one from eBay, so that's £200. The condenser was 94. A new tyre for the front wheel. That was obviously it's a run flat, so it was quite expensive, £201. The new wheel, because as you sorry. Let me start that again, I do apologise. So the tyre was actually £149, and then the wheel was 201, sorry. And then the new front suspension, so the second-hand suspension arm for the near side was 131 from eBay again. The second-hand gearbox thermostat, you know, the bit what had the drain plug broke off the bottom, which chucked all the gearbox fluid over my driveway again, that was 160. The PDCs for the front bumper come to 120 from eBay. I think they were something like £80 each from Mini stroke BMW, so there's a lot cheaper to get them from eBay. The painting cost me £750 because it was a metallic, so that's quite expensive. And then I got to have all the wheels powder coated, so including the one I've already had done, which was the buckled wheel, that's £250, so £50 a wheel. I got to have it MOT'd because it's a Cat S, so I need to have it MOT'd, which is 45. And then obviously we got no aircon fluid in there, so I always allow £100 for the aircon regas. So that gives us a grand total so far spent on the Mini Cooper John Cooper Works is £12,560. Now, looking on Auto Trader and eBay and places like that, the cheapest I can find with that sort of mileage is between 21 and 22,000. So, bearing in mind it's a Cat S, take roughly 30% off. I think you're looking at a resale value of between 15 and 16,000. 16,000, sorry. So, what you're looking there, £3 profit. So £3 profit, and it's an excellent car. I took it for a drive yesterday, and it's really good. Runs really good. Yeah, no problems with it whatsoever. So I'm going to keep it for a couple of months. Keep it for a couple of months, run it around like I usually do, make sure everything's okay before I put it up for sale. But yeah, so that's it, guys. So again, working on Minis seem to give you a little bit of profit, and as you can see, I spent best part of £3,500 at the main dealer because I couldn't quite get the parts I needed in the time I needed, so I had to go to the main dealer to get the parts. So there's probably some cost savings I could have made there. I had to buy the oil at £270 for the gearbox twice, so you know, there's quite a bit of cost in there. What, you know, I probably could have saved if I had a bit more time, but I just wanted to get the project done for you guys, you know. But anyway, that's it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. Turn on your notifications. If you got any comments or advice, please put it in the comment section below, and I will answer every comment. It's good to have all the subscribers I got. If you like the channel, please subscribe. That will help. It will make me go into bigger and better projects further down the road, but at the moment, you know, we're sitting at the sort of 10-15 grand mark, and I'd like to move on to the next stage at some point. So if you could hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave any comments in the comment below in the comment box below. Apart from that, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. So that's all for me, so it's ta-da for now.